Hey. Do you have is that there? Yeah, make it quick. Let me know. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Call me back. All right. Now, doing some early. What's up? I just phone's dead. Okay. Well, we'll see if I get a phone call. I have my do not disturb, but except for the very important people. And yeah. So let me get my day started here. Get my day started. I'm gonna finish putting together this what do you call it? This Kirby here. And then I got this Cobalt like edger thing that I'm trying to figure out, and I'm gonna see if I can probably get some inspiration while I'm shooting to figure out how to fix it. I didn't take too long. I said, you know what? Let me just wait and let me do it while the show's going on, and then maybe I can figure it out as I go. You know, it'll come to me, like, you know, and that's a lot of times you have to be in the mix of doing things to solve the problem. You know, some people can, you know, take a few minutes away from the project and sit still. That's one way, right? And just meditate on the problem, and then they can come up with a solution. But for a lot of us, especially if you're a active person that you you like to get things done, it's best if you're actually in the activity of doing the thing, and that's when your inspiration comes. You know, that's when you get to solve the problem, rather than just thinking about it and sitting still and hoping that something happens. Okay, so that's kind of the attitude I have about this stuff. Is I prefer to be in the mix of doing it. I heard a saying. I heard a saying, and it's actually pretty cool though. It says that you're building a plane while you're flying it. Now, whether that's a good thing or not, right? Hold on. What the hell? What am I doing here? Okay, let's go here. Whether that's good or not, I mean, you know, some things you just can't do. You can't do it that way because you know you have to plan it out first. Like a building, I wouldn't want you to be living in the building as you're building it. You know, you know that would be kind of crazy. Yeah, you don't want to do that. But there's certain things that it applies to. All right, here we go. I was just setting up the second string, guys. That's why I'm here, like going off in a tangent here. I'm setting up the vertical string that has an overhead view of what I'm doing here, and this is not the vertical, the horizontal, and it's live now. Now it's live. Yep, now it's live. Okay. It's like, damn, dude, it took long enough. All right, here we go. Hey, Brienne. What's up now? You got a whole cluster of shenanigans already. Yeah, right? No, my son needs to be picked up, and he's at practice right now. And I'm like, God, all right, let's figure this out. Let's see if somebody can give him a ride home. If not, then, you know, we got to do what we got to do, right? Shenanigans. Oh, my gosh, man. Listen, Grant, you're going to have to remind me to there's a couple of shirts I got to make. I think I want to do them this weekend. I got to do it this weekend. You got to remind me of this. I got to do run Forest Run. You got to do. I got to do. What is it? Where's Wayne's? Where are my tools? Is it where are my tools? Where's Wayne's tools? And I got to do shenanigans. I got to get shenanigans right across. Just shenanigans. If I will have, if there's a saying, shenanigans, whatever, something shenanigans, but I just like the idea of shenanigans right across here. Okay. All right. Let me wrap this guy up here real quick because I have something I'm trying to figure out, and I honestly, Brianne, I'm so happy you're here because I have a feeling that you might be able to walk me through this thing because I tried 2 different ways and I'm still kind of thinking about which way to go with it. I'm just trying to get this. There's one. It's in 2 parts, and I'm trying to get it together, right? And I'm like, damn. And in the midst of me trying to figure it out, I came up with a way I actually want to sell this thing. I think I want to sell it as a bundle because it's 2 parts. And then I went online to see if there's a bundle deal online. I said, oh shoot, they do have a bundle deal, but they were originally sold separately. Because that came in 2 separate boxes. And I was like, I can sell this stuff together. I'm going to sell it as one bundle. So, but anyway. Where's Wayne's tools? Okay. Where's Wayne's tools? Where it's like a tongue twister. Where's Wayne's tools? That's it. Where's Wayne's tools? Now, I have most of my stuff here. If you notice. I got my stuff here. It's still a little wonky, still a little messy, but they're here, okay? They're here. I gotta go get another hubcap in the back for this thing. Build it while you fly it. Very interesting concept. There's probably a couple of things that you do treat like that. I think some people treat cooking like that. As they're cooking, they get inspiration for like what to put in next. Let me do overhead on this one. And as they're cooking, they're like, Now most people prefer a recipe. If they know exactly what they're going to put into the recipe. They don't change it. This is what I got to put in. This is what I'm going to do. And some folks is like, how about if we add some of, hey, how about if we throw some pepper? You know what I'm saying? How about if we throw some pepper in this? Yeah. Oh, man, not messy. You're just like, like a museum, right? Man, that's a good way to put it, right? Oh, man. Oh, I'm not messy. I just like having my stuff out on display. Yeah, Oh, my. I wonder at what time did we notice something is not that serious, It's like, you know what? It's not that serious. I swear, as we get older, now some people obviously don't change, but some people do. I would say, I'm guessing. If I was generous, I would say 50-50. But I would say it's probably less than that. That most people don't really change that much. It's probably people that advance their understanding is probably 5%, 10% out of the 100%. Let's say out of 100 people, 5 people may advance their knowledge. But if I was generous, I would say 50-50, right? Half the people don't and half the people do. Right? You thought this was a good idea back then, and then now you're like, nope, no, I can't believe I used to think that. Oh, I can't believe I advocated for that thing. Oh, I can't believe I kind of went about it like that. You know, if people didn't go through that kind of change, you wouldn't have those confessions, or not even confessions, reflections. When older people get older and they look back on life and say, you know what, man, I would have, you know, and then they try to pass it on to the younger generation, and the younger generation is like, I'm not listening to you, you're old. It's like, damn. So now we're gonna let this guy go to his grave with his knowledge, and you're gonna learn this shit all on your own. Because you don't want to listen to the older folks, right? So he's just gonna take his wisdom to the grave, while you're determined to figure it out all on your own. Like, well, good luck, dude. Oh man. Okay. I actually want to fix this. Take a look at this. So this here, right? Yeah, this is made. This one is made for the cord that they used to have a cover, and then you put the screw in. The new cords are made like this. So what most people do, they just put it over like that. But then it starts to do this. And I'm thinking I could do it slightly better by cutting through here, sliding it through here, and then landing it there. So this is not exposed like this. So this acts as a brace for this piece, because it's going to eventually pull off. See that? This is going to eventually just yank right off like that. So what I'm thinking is I can cut right through here. So I can slide this through here. Okay, let me see where I would have to do it at. I would have to do it like close to the top. Let me try this. I have more of these, so how's this? If I mess this one up, I'll just scratch it and I'll do something else. Let me try something. Let's try to do this. Let's see what we can do. Let's get funky. Let's try something today. All right. So, Brian, where's my tool? Now look, I didn't plan to do this ahead of time. This came to me just now, and so I didn't have it out. So now I have to go search for my Dremel, which I know I had last week. I used it last week. I have two places I normally put my Dremel. I found it. Found my Dremel. This is my old school Dremel. I got my newer one at the house, and I have this one here. So if I knock this one out, I'm still good. Okay, come on. Who's that? Is someone being Bianca? Is it really? Did he put that much stuff in here, Brian? You got nothing better to do, Mateo? Is that what's the deal, Brianna? Give me a heads up on this. My head was down, right, doing my stuff, and this dude, whoever this is like trying to blast the comment section. It's like, I got nothing better to do with my life. Oh, let me get my keyboard going. Let me say these things. Maybe it can get under your skin. Dude, you got to try a lot harder than that, man. Let me see what Brianne says. Hold on. Let me go down. 67? I don't know what that means. But these people are silly, right? They got no life. I swear, when I see people doing stuff like that, right, Brianne, my thinking is basic, right? I mean, if you're not I mean, if you're at work, right? If you're at work, okay, you're at work, you're making some money or whatever. Okay, if you're at work, but if you're doing this and you're not making money from it, man, like the people that go trolling and all that stuff, it's like, what is it doing for you? Like I get like pundits. You get those pundits that go on TV and they go on and they're gonna embarrass themselves, say the dumbest stuff, and they get paid money for it. So where they're like, oh, I can't believe he said that dumb shit. But then the guy's he's getting paid for it. He's getting paid to say this some stupid shit on TV. But you're saying the stupid shit for free. So I'm saying you gotta be getting something out of this, bro. You can't be this stupid for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Or some hateful stuff or whatever it is. It's like, all right, so what are you getting out of it? I'd like to know. I'm curious about this. It's like, what do you get? What is so valuable? Let me try to just cut it because I can't find my other Dremel tools. I can. There's one I need that it's like an edger, not an edger, but it's like a carver, and I can't find it right now. So where are my tools? Here we go. Let me try this cutter real quick. I'm just gonna cut right through this. Let me edge it this way so it's away from my eyes. I got my glasses on though, but let me just do it this way. Okay. All right, part one is done. I just don't want it to be too, I don't want it to be too wide. This is, see how wide this is? I don't want it to be like that wide. I just need a little, what else can I use? I can't find my stuff, so what else can I use? Let me see, Brianne have something? 6-7. It's literally, it says so adults. I like, what do you, has no meaning. Annoying the shit. Shite! Brianne, you're the best. Shite! When people have nothing better to do. I got it. I mean, maybe it is a kid though, so maybe that he has no life or nothing and no responsibilities. So maybe it is a kid, and it's not an adult that is clueless. Maybe it's a kid. Still, damn it, man. Let me think. Okay, I got something else. I got another idea. Like, how's this? One way or the other, you want to solve this problem, right? So let's heat this up, and I'm going to burn right through it. Yeah, maybe it should be a school. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Bree. You just remind me of something. Golly. All right, let me get to the Kobalt. I'm gonna put this to the side. Hey, buddy. Hey, you good? With who? Oh, okay. All right. Talk to you later. Awesome. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah, I want to put this to the side, but actually, I want to solve this, man. It's a mess. You know when you're like something's on your mind and you just gotta solve it. It's like, God, man, I just gotta solve this, man. Golly, man. It's like a burden at the same time, while it's your I wouldn't say your superpower, but it can work for you, but it can really trip you up when you can't move until you fix this thing. Those people that have like OCD or whatever, OCD, and they just gotta, I gotta I can't go. No, I got to fix this, that kind of thing. And when it's the extreme, to an extreme level. But there are times when it's a great thing to have, is that I'm gonna stick with this until I fix it. But then it can keep you trapped, It can keep you trapped, where now you can't move, you can't do nothing until you get this thing done. And it's like, okay, but we got to move on, kiddo. It's like, no, I can't, no, not until I'm fixing. Nah, I can't do nothing until I'm done. I got to do this. Oh my gosh. I guess everything is like that. Laid back. I can lean forward real quick. Practice with them shit. Pretty much gone these days. Hey, listen. I totally get it. I totally get it. For real. Do you know what pisses me off? Right? Golly, am I doing this to... You know what? You know what pisses me off? Not piss me off, but have me baffled. That people who are supposed to be pretty smart don't think. And because they're smart, they don't believe they can be wrong in a particular thing. So they hold a view that is like, listen, that doesn't make sense. And because it's a weird thing, because you're smart, I can't possibly be wrong. So I'm going to double down, because I couldn't have been wrong all this time. Is that funny? I can't possibly have been wrong. I mean, So for me, I'm short now with that person. Just like you get short with that. That's where I think my shortness. I think that's where I'm short. That's where my patients decide to take a vacation. Is for people who are you're expecting. Listen, you're not a dumb person, okay? So let's not. Why? Like, why are you holding on to this thought, this idea that is not sound? Right? Okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. It looks a little clunky though. So let me show you. Okay, so let's do it. I think it's better than before, because before this would have just ripped it right off if the cord kept yanking. So let me show you what I did. Right? Let me put it in. And let me unplug this. Did I unplug it? Okay, so it can stop. And I'll eventually clean off that plastic off of that thing. So let me put this in here, and then I'm going to move this to the side. Look what I did here. Sweet. Because I know there are a lot of people with Kirby's, right, that they had to buy a new cord, but they have these older Kirby systems. And so you either have to buy a new plate like this, right? Or they'll just put it on top, and then it every time they keep yanking it, this eventually it'll rip off. So I just fit it inside here. I just cut it. I cut a hole in the plate so you can slide it through, and then now you can secure it. And the plate itself is an anchor. The plate is an anchor for your little thing right here. Okay. Only guys who have Kirby's and had to buy this would know what I'm talking about with this. Why it's a pain in the butt to even have this as an issue. Or people who fix machines and then they have to do this. So if you want, just cut it and then slide it in and put it there. Problem solved. Look at that. Some guy's like, it wasn't even a problem, Wayne. I didn't have a problem with it. Some people do. Some people have an issue with it and wish it was different, So that's all I'm doing. All right. Next up. Brian. Hey, Clint, what's up? What's up? The people that lose the ability to be humble. Yes, you know what it is? That's it. Brienne. People who can't, if you can't admit, this is a G4, and the year is 1996. There are people who just absolutely cannot admit it. You're right. You know, worse if your identity is kind of linked to you being right or linked to the thing you believe in, and now you're like, if I admit I'm wrong, I'm like, I'm saying something about my identity or some nonsense like that. It's like, dude, just back it up. He said, you know what? I used to think this, but well, I've learned some new things, and I've changed my mind. That's what you got to say. It's no big deal. I have some stance I had back in the day, man. Oh my God, Brianna, I'm gonna give you an analogy of what I felt like when I discovered something. This is the analogy. See if you understand what I mean. So I went deep into studying about some stuff, about history and all that stuff, right? And I got to a point where I was like, I was a little upset, upset about stuff, So this is when the revelation hit me. Tell me if you recognize this scenario. You're watching a movie, and the person is, they're trying not to get killed or something. They're trying not to get hurt or whatever, right? So we're watching the audience. So the person that is on our side, whoever the star of the movie is, they just got a phone call. On the phone call, the person says, do not let so-and-so in the house because he's the one that killed, your husband, whatever. He's the one that is responsible for, the crime. And then the music comes on like, dah, and the person's on the phone, and they do a turnaround, and they were just giving coffee to this individual. They were just sitting down and eating cookies and cakes and talking about stuff. And then they show you that the person is standing right behind them. And it's like, he's like, who's on the phone? The person is scared shit. I was like, the killer's in the house, and you let him in. And the audience found out at the same time, or maybe just before she found out or he found out. That's what it feels like when you discover something that you're like, holy crap, holy shite. All along, it was you. That's what's happening. And it's happening to a lot of people around the country right now. It's been happening for a minute, but it didn't reach a tidal wave of momentum. Like, holy cow, all along, it was you. The person was in the house with them. You know what? Okay, you ever saw Ghost? You ever saw the movie Ghost? When the best friend in the movie turned out to be Patrick Swayze's friend. When Demi Moore found out that he was the one that hired the guy to kill her husband, and he's in the house with her, and he's taking his shirt off and everything, and he's making a move on her. She finally found out that he was the guy. That's what it's like. Anyway, here we go. Another problem solved. Let's see if you guys can help me solve this one. It's not a vacuum, but man, it had me for it got me bugged out because I'm trying to figure out how to fit this thing in, and I'm like, this thing was never been used, brand spanking new, never been used, and I'm like, I know why this was returned. I know exactly why it was returned. Because whoever bought it couldn't get the damn thing in, right? So look at this. This has a little rod in the middle, and I'm assuming the rod's gonna spin or whatever. And then it has this little hole in the middle here, right? Hole right there, right? pull right there, down, up. So when you put it in, it's supposed to just fit, you know? It's supposed to just fit in the hole, right? It's supposed to just, I'm Southern and I have an accent, man. Catch me in a bad day. And more than happy to reign the humble humanity. Hey, Brad, there was a comment you put up there, and I said, you know what, Brienne, you bring mine, and you bring, I think, and you bring the sword or something like that. I said, because that's the truth. You bring the sunshine, and you bring the sword, and you're not afraid to use it. All right, so now, so I'm trying to get this thing in here, right? Now, the instructions look simple enough. There's an arrow here and an arrow here. And I'm supposed to try to put it in, but it's not going any further, right? It's not going any further. And even if you try it this way, because you're supposed to be able to, you know, move this back and forth or whatever. And I'm like, what the frig, man? So what's happening is that this is leaning on one side. This little rod is leaning this way. So no matter how much you try to push it this way and all that stuff, it's just not, it's not happening, right? You know, and you can't put a wedge in here because whatever you put in here is going to end up getting tangled up and it can mess up the machine, you know? If you put like a little rubber wedge or something to kind of keep it straight. So I'm trying to figure out how to properly do this thing. And I think I know what I might want to try to do. Like I tried like, you know, see if I can, you know, like really hold it in one corner and then try it again. Let me try it one more time before I do something, and let me look up and see if you guys have any tips. All right, here we go. Right? So, any suggestions? Your assisted vacuum? I'm trying to understand what that means. This is what I think I'm going to try to do, right? I'm going to try to take this off. And maybe if I take this off, it'll give me a clearer view. And then I can attach it. But then whoever buys this, right? Are you serious? Are they going to have to keep doing this in order for it to... And if I have to ship it, I guess I'm not going to ship it. This is going to have to be a local thing. But let me try it. Let me try to take this off, okay? And if this can come off, maybe I can have a clearer view as I'm trying to install this thing in here, and then I can put it back together again. Maybe, okay? So that's what I'm thinking. And let's see if this plan works. All right? Let's see. I need this is a what? This is a 30, a torque 30. Boom. It works. Torque 30. All right, let's see. Okay. All right. This one right here. This comes out all the way. Here you go. Comes right off. All right. So now, this, being that this is on the side where the screw is, I'm gonna put it in this angle, like down here, and see if it works like that. Shit, it's not going any further either. What the hell? Let's try this again. It has it's a squared, inside is squared off. Okay. I think I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. Look at this notch. Look at this little notch right here. Right? Let me see if you can see it up there. There's a little notch. There's a little notch right there, and that's blocking it from going in. I think someone tried to slam it and peel some of that metal fiber thing back. Okay. All right, I know what to do. Ugh. I know what to do. I know what to do. Brianne. What name Kirby designate their power vacuums? Mike. Turn the head while, yeah, there's a notch on it, Mike. I'm gonna try to use this Dremel to shave down that metal. That's because this what happened, right? This what happened. So it's supposed to go in like this. It's a squared opening, and the rod, the rod is squared also. So it's supposed to just slide right in. But while someone jammed it, they peeled a piece of the metal. It's like it looks like it's woven. The metal is like twisted, woven, and it peeled piece back like that. So as it's trying to go into the shaft, right? It's not allowing it to get in. It's like, it's like someone blocking the door and the shoulders hitting the door. You can't get in. So I'm gonna use my Dremel. If I can. Where the hell did I put it? Brianna, where did I put my Dremel? I'll be so upset if the Dremel was right in front of me. Here it is. So now we're gonna have some sparks flying because I'm gonna have to shave down this metal piece enough for it to fit there, right? Yeah, they slammed the shit out of this thing. I wish you could see it close up. You see what I'm talking about. All right, I'm going to try it your way first. Mike, I'm going to try it your way, Mike. Just, maybe something is with that. No, it's not even getting past it. It's not getting anywhere. So let me pull it out a little bit. I'm going to get my needle nose pliers. Right? I'm going to hold it open like this. I'm going to hold this up. Okay? So it doesn't fall. Is my Dremel plugged in? Okay. Now, I could be right and I could be wrong, but I'm going to try it. Oh, come on, man. Here we go. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if this works. A hand file, yeah, maybe. You know, I swear we're gonna go back to the Egyptian languages where they use hieroglyphs. Because in one emoji, I get the sentiment of what you're feeling right now. And it's, you don't have to write the whole sentence out. Just put that emoji and that's it. I got it. We may be going back to the hieroglyphs, man. I swear. Because it makes more sense, you know. All right, let's try it. Let's see. Let's see if this works. Okay. All right. Whoa! It's in. It's in. Now, the ultimate test is going to be to, let me pull it out. Ultimate test is I'm gonna put this back on. I'm gonna set it up like regular now. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do it like regular. We're supposed to do it. Okay. You ready? Nice. Now we tighten it to, you know, do all that good stuff to it. Tighten it. All right. Now let me get the now this is the blower. The blower works. Let me not aim at the camera like I did last time. It's not that strong. It's 120 miles an hour, but still, it's okay. Yeah. It's okay. This is good. Oh, you have turbo. Let me see. Cruise control. I'm not. Oh, you can lock the. They can lock the trigger. So let's say I do this. Okay. Sweet. Now let's try this. Let's see if this battery is the same battery. It may not be, but you never know. It might be. Okay. Now I don't have any. Oh shit. I don't have anything inside of this. I don't even know if I'm using this right, but. Sweet! It works! Oh, so this is you know, I've never used one of these. This is so instead of using the what do you call that? You know what I'm talking about? Instead of using the damn, what am I saying? You know, the little the twine, whatever, the nylon thing. That's the one I use at the house. This uses a metal plate, whatever, and I guess this is just for straight lines to do your edging. Shit, I might take this home instead. But yeah. So I'm gonna put this up as together because it doesn't make sense to do them separately. Let me see if the battery is in this thing. Coño. Oh, this is a different one. This is a different one. Yeah, this is a different one. It's a different one. All right. I gotta find the charger for this one. I gotta find a charger for this one. Let's see. All right. Anyway, that's that. It's in it somewhere. So we solved that problem. Ha! Is that cool? Where are my hands? Where are the hands at? Where those what do you call that? The emoji hands. We solved that problem, man. That's positive. All right, I got another problem. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what Mike. Good luck. So we can guess how that got bugged up. A weed eater, yeah. Now it's an edger. Now it's an edger. That's right. And yes, thank you, Brianne. Oh my gosh, thank you. All right, so here we go. Next up. Okay, so we got this. Okay, so that's what's happening with this Dyson. Okay, let me do this. Let me take a picture of this thing, because sometimes, man, I end up taking these off, and then you know the other part of where's my tool, Brianne? Where's that tag that I took off? Because I'm trying not to have the customer's information on camera. Okay, so the way I would test this is this. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out, and I want to see if it does that without the filter inside. Because what it is, that the suction is escaping now that the filter is out. So if it's a motor or battery problem, it'll still happen that way. If it's a suction problem, like a clog, then it should run without the filter inside. You got what I'm saying? So if it's a motor problem, I'm still going to have the zah, zah, zah. If it's a battery problem, it's still going to do the same thing. But if it's a clog somewhere in here, or if it's a suction problem, or maybe this is jammed up and clogged up, or maybe this needs to be replaced, then it'll run smooth without the filter. So let's try that. So the first thing I'm gonna check for is what? What do you think the first thing I should check for? I'm looking to see. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see what you guys say. Oh, is it? You know what? There's another stream going, and I didn't see if anybody's. Okay. Suction. Thank you, Mike. So let's go. Let's see if we got a clog somewhere. Okay. This is clear. And this is clear all the way through. Hold on. See that? Okay. Wait. Can you see that? Can you see that? All right, let's put everything else out the way. Even though this is, this can use some. I'm still gonna do something with that. Looked like they were picking. I don't know what they were cleaning up, but whatever it is, they probably cleaned up stuff that was either a lot of maybe sheetrock style dust, liquid, along with it. Let's see. So I'm going to remove this brush here for a second. Just want to get this guy out the way. See all this? This is I was telling people that I saw some folks on TikTok throwing, they was teaching people how to clean their Dysons. And they were throwing these motors in the sink. This is a motor. This thing is a motor. And they were throwing this in the sink. I was like, what the hell are these people doing, right? But maybe because they just didn't know, right? I mean, you could spray around it. You could spray, but don't submerge it in water. Not a good idea, okay? It looks like it's sealed, but when it comes to water, man, give it enough time. It'll find its way in, okay? All right, so let's start taking this stuff out. Let's see what we got stuck in here. Look at this. Really? You couldn't pick it? No, I'm just messing. I'm not gonna mess with these my customers, man. I'm not gonna mess with them. Yeah, I'm gonna mess with them. Okay. Got some raisins. At least I think so. What else we got? Yep, this looks like raisins. If it's not raisins, I wouldn't want to guess what else it could be. But it looked like it's raisins. Yuck. What's that? What was that thing you said the other day, Brand? Ew. Brand said, ew. Okay. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do about this? I don't like this, right? So I'm gonna spray that out a little bit, and we're gonna do something to it. We're gonna kind of clean it a little bit. All right. Paper towel. Ew. Oh man. Oh my gosh. Send me out of the day. Send me out for the day. Oh, my mom had same tasting vacuums. That's a beautiful vacuum on the bench. Yeah. These Dysons are okay. It's just that I personally think they're overpriced for what they deliver. But I do give Dyson credit for innovation. It's just that some of the things they did is kind of productive. Like there's a little section right here behind here, which tend to lend to cloggage. And I think these smart guys could have come up with something else. Some of the Dysons have really thin. I know why they do it, to concentrate the suction, but it also don't help. It clogs up the machine a lot when they have really thin openings. So, I mean, they're smart people. I give them credit. I mean, the fact that you can make such a small motor is a great thing too, So I don't take away none of the ingenuity. I just think that some more thinking should have went into some of these things, or have people use this for a year or something, and then put it on the market and then say, "Oh, guys, this wasn't a good idea. It looks beautiful, looks good, but no, it's not. It's clogging up every month. It's clogging up every month, guys. Let's not do this." We're gonna lose our customers to Shark if we keep making it like this. Okay. All right, so I put this in here like that, and I'm gonna get my little toothbrush, and I'm just gonna kind of go in here a little bit. Okay, let me go up top now. Come back. All right. I'm gonna go a little bit over here, and I'm gonna go over here a little bit. Okay. All right. Did that. That's it's better than before, right? And then I'm gonna get my little paper towel. Okay. Put me in, coach. No, right? I love that. Come on, put me in, coach. That's probably one of my favorite sayings, really. Put me in, coach. Yep. That was for my sales days. Put me in, coach. That's right. All right. Let's see what we got. Part of this is still a little yucky, so I'm gonna see if I can get it. I'm gonna get it. I may have to put the brush in, and maybe the brush can help me with this. If I have an area that I couldn't clean too well, the brush might be able to help me with that, because it'll turn the paper for me, right? So let's see. Hold on, give me a second. All right, look, it's not that bad. It's way better than before. Way better, but it's still not quite the way I want it. All right, so let me put the. Let me do this. Give me a second. Woo! All right. But that's it, there, Brian. You know what's funny about this show? I've done things where I didn't find the solution on this show a couple of times. Like we tried it, you know. And if people don't get what I'm doing, they're like, "Oh, what the hell? I thought you were supposed to show me how to fix it." And that's the risk of doing it this way, live like this, is that there are times I'm not going to fix the problem. You know, I may run into a problem that I can't fix. I'm not saying that I can fix everything, and not even every vacuum. You know what I mean? I'll try. But the humility part, Brianne, is to be able to say, "Yeah, damn, I got that one wrong. I thought it was gonna work." And if you can't, you know, like cop to it, you know, like in your own. I mean, really, is anyone perfect? Is anybody perfect? So it's fake online when everything just works perfect, you know. And some of these people post things about their life, and they look like their life is perfect, and it's like, dude, come on, man. We all make mistakes, and the best thing I can do to help people when they're fixing machines is to show them that, one, it's not going to work all the time, and that's okay. And two, if you make a mistake, this is how you can probably get out of it. You know, because especially when you try to fix things at home, a lot of times you're not going to do it exactly like the way the guy did it in the video, and sometimes in the video there's a step left out, you know, that you didn't even see because of editing or whatever. And you're like, shit, man, it didn't come out exactly like the way he did. I must be an idiot. Nah, man, you're not an idiot. You know? All right. Boy, still a little. There's something right there, man. Damn. Golly. See now, Brian, I got stuck because I want to clean this damn thing. And it's not. Oh. Hold on. Let me go this way. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You know, if I didn't see it, hush, coño, bro. Ah, shite. Look at that. That's what I get, right? I should have known to do that, but as I was saying about the mistakes, you would think that was planned. He's like, man, you planned that, right? You did that on purpose to make your point. No, I didn't. That was an honest to God mistake. I didn't do that on purpose, guys. Anything worth doing is worth doing right. You see, being a homemaker is harder than society perceives. You're right. You are absolutely right, Clint. You are absolutely right. You're absolutely right, man. You know what? You know what society did? Not society. Let's not do that. Individuals in society have made it into a stigma if a woman say that they're a homemaker. Not only is it that was a stupid thing to do, because that partnership is a strategic partnership. There's this show I was watching on HBO called Gilded or something like that. And I know people are like watching it for the drama and watching these rich people, happen to them or whatever. Just like, what was it, Bridgerton, whatever, they watching it for the drama. I saw, I think the first season of that show. Was it the first season? And I saw when they were trying to get into like the rich life and all that. And he's doing his thing. He is I guess a railroad baron or whatever. But she now is organizing a whole nother part of the business, right? The family business, right? They're setting up marriages, they're setting up parties, they're trying to get into the high society life. But it was a business the way she approached it. It wasn't just, girls hanging out, twinkling their pinkies and all that stuff. She was setting things up, putting things into places. That particular partnership there is as old as time. And what they try to convince people is that you're being held back or held down, or you're being marginalized, or whatever the nonsense they pitch you, not realizing that partnership, for this thing to be successful, that partnership has to work. And it takes work. And both parties are very crucial for this thing to be successful. And they've convinced a ton of people to screw the other side of your partnership. And they've convinced guys to only look at their other side as just objects, like that, You know what I mean? And by the time people realize that, rather than saying, my bad, that was a stupid idea. I don't know why I listened to them. That was a stupid idea. Nah, some people want to double down. I don't need no man. I don't need no woman. And no woman. It's like, guys, you guys are silly, man. You guys are silly. Keep listening to these people. Keep listening to these people as they take you straight to hell. All right, I'm being silly, but there's truth in what I'm saying. I'm just being silly. Here we go. Turn on. Lovely. Problem solved. You're welcome. Okay, so we how many problems we solved today? 2, right? No, 3, actually. 3. One that wasn't it was potentially a problem with the Kirby. 2 with this edger deal, and 3 with this Dyson. Thank you for hanging out with me. Exhibit 6364. The people who are trying to keep up with the Joneses solved all the problems. Yes, I am. Yeah. That show is partly about that, but I was looking at the that side of it, like, there's a whole nother side to that, and a lot of it was passing down wealth and connecting with all that stuff, and if that's their life. But I'm just talking about the pursuit, the business pursuit. That circle is there. They have their own issues in that circle. they have their own issues in that circle. And a lot of the times, the people who are free thinkers in any circle is going to get ostracized in that circle. Either they're going to be so polarizing that they rise to the top, or they get etched out and they box them out. You know what I mean? The free thinkers. They want everyone needs to be in line step, whatever. And we see it today. We see it happen today. If you don't do it exactly like the way we do it, then something's wrong with you, or you're the enemy, or blah blah blah. You get othered. You get it othered. Yeah. You just hope that either it don't get close to your family, and that kind of poisonous thinking don't get to your family, and if you do, you can kind of see it, or because you can't really change other people, you just hope they don't get to your family, and just look after your stuff, look after yours, just take care of your stuff, take care of your people, your neighbors, people around you, stuff like that. But I'm watching it in real time. Because you watch this craziness in real time happen. People make these decisions. It's like, this is a joke. Oh my God, this guy is so funny. Oh man, hold on. Did I send it to myself? He was talking about how crazy we've been since the beginning of time. And I was just talking about the book of Genesis the other day. The chapter that had me dying, had me laughing. It was this morning I said it to myself. The guy is funny. It's funny as hell. And I was like, you know what? I gotta share this. Hold on. Do I have it? Did I send it to myself? Nah, this wasn't it. Damn. It was funny as hell. Man. I don't think this is it. Is this it? Is this it? Hold on. You can hear it. If this is it, hold on. I'll tell you this is it. If it is, it's funny. This is it.
It's gotten so violent. But the world never got violent. The world has been violent since the beginning. Cain killed Abel. Cain killed Abel. The third person on the planet killed the fourth person on the planet. We weren't even able to make it to 3 people before somebody was a murderer. At one time, a third of the people on the planet were murderers, right? A third of the people in the hood aren't murderers. A third of the people who own guns aren't murderers. A third of the people in jail aren't even murderers, right? San Quentin, Folsom Prison are safer than the book of Genesis. You thought Compton and Baghdad were tough. Try downtown Eden when the sun goes down. There's murder and violence at person 3. One couple had 2 boys who had the world to themselves, and one of them was claiming this town ain't big enough for the 2 of us, right? Cain killed 25% of the world's population. That's more than Stalin, Hitler, Idi Amin, Pol Pot, King Herod, Genghis Khan, Manifest Destiny, typhoid, cancer, AIDS, cooties, all combined. Cain killed a third of the people he knew. He knew 3 people. He killed one of them. If you knew Cain, you had a 66 2/3% chance of survival. There's no such thing as the good old days. There was like one good day. It was half a day. Adam and Eve were naked, alone in an oasis. Lunchtime came. People got hungry. Apples were eaten. Boom, Detroit.
What a perspective, right? That's why when I look back at the book, right, I had a perspective. I said when I look back at that chapter with the whole serpent thing, and I look back on it, and I was like, it's just a perspective. It's funny, he's funny. And my take was, in the very beginning, right? Noah took ownership of what they did. Because when he said, hey man, did I tell you not to eat of the tree? The first thing he did was like, no, it's a woman you gave me, right? She's the one that made me eat it. And then the other guy was like, the girl, Eve, was like, no, it wasn't me. It was a serpent. It's like children, right? And I just thought about it. I said, yeah, it was just passing a buck. And then it got down to the serpent. And you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking the serpent was just doing his job. I think he was in on it. because he didn't pass the buck. He was just like, he says, well, all you guys are going to get punished. It's like the serpent's in on it. And, you know, it's a story. Some people look at it as history. You know, some people look at it as analogy and story. You know, however you look at it, you just sometimes you can look at it and give it like that little twist. Like I never thought of that. I never thought of it that way. I never saw it that way. Anyway, but that was funny because I never thought about it that way either. He killed a third of the people in the planet. But then when here's the other part that's kind of clever, right? But then when he was like, all right, look, I'm gonna put a mark on you or whatever. Okay? I'm gonna put a mark on you so when people see you, whatever, and I'm like, what people? And then he went out and he found a wife. And I was like, wait a second, time out. Where was she? Oh, man. But I would still prefer to have that as a base than to not. You know, if you get what I'm saying. We can debate the stories and historicities and all that stuff. But I prefer to still have that as a base moral, you know, and we can talk within that rather than the opposite. Because I don't know, man, the opposite, you see that at play and it's like, nah, that's not a good, I don't think that's a good idea. No. No. I prefer my neighbor to be scared shitless about going to hell, about killing me. Anyway, guys, I'm going to say this to the other guys over here. I'm going to tell them I'll see them later. We'll solve another problem another day. Stay cool and stay positive for these guys on this side over here. Peace. And where's Brienne? Brienne is on this side over here. Let me see so I can see what you're saying. Where are you, girl? Brienne's still over here. Are you going to check out previous videos? Yeah, some of my videos are really crazy. They're off the wall, and sometimes I'm talking about whatever shite comes to my mind. All right, so half the time I'm fixing something, half the time I'm ranting about something. So that's kind of the way it is. It's just I'm doing it like I'm just hanging out with folks. Nothing is scripted, so be careful what you run into. Okay. Let me see. You never know. May not need it directly. When it's all about expanding the way you think, you can apply that process later on. Yeah. Shenanigans. That's right. And that is what politics is. Like you said, Brienne. Brienne says, I hate politics. Full of shenanigans. Okay? Full of shenanigans. Whatever country you're from, it makes sense that you are at least for that country. That's how I see it, you know. And then everything else after that we can debate stuff beyond that. But if you're not for the country and the people of this country that you live in, wherever you are, and then yeah, I'm not down, you know. And then you have to also be able to spot when you're being manipulated and when you're being spun. Because if you can't spot when you're being spun, then they can get you to jump off a bridge. They can get you to turn on your loved ones if you don't know when you're being spun. That's the thing. So that's what sales did for me. It at least allowed me to hear what you're saying and hear what you're not saying. And I can tell when I'm being sold. Okay. And sometimes there's a sales pitch that I like. I know you're selling me, so I'm gonna let you keep selling. I know you're selling. I know you're closing. It's okay. And I like it. I may like the close. I may like the personality. I see the pitch. There are times I can see guys speaking And I can tell the real salesman, which is in a good way, a good way, versus the charlatan. Like you're reading the script, you have a set of things you have to say. Okay. And not only did I hear it from you, I'm hearing it from this guy when I turn to this channel, and I hear the same exact thing from this guy and I hear the same exact thing from this guy, and I'm like, dude, can't you have a fresh thought, man? You don't want to take a chance to just tell us what you think. It don't have to be good. It don't have to sound good. Just say it. Say the real deal of how you feel about this situation. And that's why a lot of people gravitate to this person, let's say, because it's like, okay, at least just tell me like it is. You don't need to spin it, right? Just tell me like it is. How you see it? Yeah, I see it this way. See that. I don't know. I think maybe we should, whatever. Okay, all right. We can debate it. But if you're talking to me and you sound like a damn, like you're reading from a script, I'm zoned out. And then if you don't, and if you're, the last part, I'm almost finished. And if every time your answer is to charge me more in taxes, your only answer is to charge me more, dude, your only answer is to charge me more. You don't have no other answer but to charge me more money? Holy cow. Why are you even there? You have no other, give me another solution. Like, give me something else. Give me another way to do it. Another way to we need to charge you more. Oh my God. All right. Yeah, but listen, we're going to give you this free thing, right? And then check out what's happening in New York. That my mom lives there. Not messed up. And we're going to give you this free thing, but we're going to charge you. We're going to charge you more. Oh my God, then it's not free. What are you talking about, man? Oh my God. And then the poor people in Virginia, they just raised 50 new proposals, 50 new taxes on these people. And I'm like, yo, you guys, I don't know, man. Please don't come to North Carolina and do your voting here. Don't do that here. You're going to charge me more money. Anyway, guys, I'm going to catch you later. But yeah, that's politics, though, Brienne. A lot more, of course, goes into it and a lot of shenanigans. But we're probably not going to change the shenanigans. But at least for the public, if we know when we're being spun, you can make a decision. Like, I'm almost, damn it, I keep saying I'm almost done. I'm doing Columbo on you guys. Right? Yeah, right? Blah, 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 right? Yeah. So, yeah. The shenanigans are crazy. I'll leave it at that, man. Just know when you're being spun. That's all I'm saying. Know when you're being spun. Don't fall for everything, man. Don't have these people going out there setting cars on fire and shit. Don't let them do you. That's messed up. Don't, and the people that would let you do that, I mean, that's some kind of evil, man. Don't let these people have you go setting cars on fire and shit like that, and have you standing in traffic, blocking police and all that. That's not cool. And then the people do it. The poor people, they go do it. Not poor as in poor like money. I mean, feel sorry for them because they fall for that. And then all right. Know when you're being sold. All right, Brick. I'm gonna catch you later. Stay positive. Don't take any wooden nickels. Mike, peace. And glad to have you, Mike. Come back and see us again, man. Make sure you subscribe and like.